Push-ups are the exercise that got me into fitness. They are an incredible compound movement and something I highly recommend because there are so many different variations that you can work yourself up and try and unlock. And in this very video, I'll be trying all of those variations and seeing which ones I can do. Let's get into it. Step one of recording a push-up video is tucking your shirt in, which I know looks really lame, but it just makes push-ups look way better because of gravity. All right, we begin with the knee push-up. I can do that one. Now, some of you might not be able to do a full push-up yet. If that is the case, then I definitely recommend starting off with knee push-ups. Or if you can't do those, you could do incline push-ups from the stairs. All right, next up, we do the proper push-up. So this is arms shoulder width apart, nice straight back and stuff, and down we go. I did that one, yeah, woo! All right, this is going well. I'm 2 for 2. So now we move on to the closed fist push-up. So instead of my hands being like this, they're like this. This is quite... Sorry, were you zooming in there? All right, so switch hands. This adds a little bit of extra height. Don't try this unless you've practiced it, and make sure you've got that wrist stability because you don't want your arm to do that because that would really, really hurt. Okay, down we go. Yeah, so that's a really good one because it just adds a little bit of extra height, which means you're gonna have a bit more of a stretch. Okay, next up is the one leg in the air push-up. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but this is quite good because it teaches you to have a little bit more stability, and it also adds a little bit of extra weight to push. So it is just your standard push-up, however, one leg goes in the air. Look at that, very nice. Whoa, look at me go. Now, if you are planning on practicing with these, just make sure that you swap legs so that you don't have any kind of unevenness, you know what I mean? Okay, so far my hands have been pretty much shoulder width apart every time. Now we are going to do a diamond push-up. It's called diamond because you make a diamond with your hands. So, hands together and down we go. Now that one, it's tricky, I'm not gonna lie. It is honestly so much harder than it looks. I can remember attempting it in my first push-up video, thinking I'd be able to do it no problem, and I failed miserably. Whereas now I can do a bunch of them, I'm really happy with it. It targets your triceps more than your chest, so if you're trying to get your arms a little bit chunkier, diamond push-ups are the way to go. So if that's how you want to target more of your triceps, what kind of push-up do you do if you want to target your chest? Well, you do the wide push-up. I've genuinely not tried this one before because apparently there is a little bit of a risk to shoulder injury if you do it too much. However, for the purpose of this video, I should be fine. So this would be normal shoulder width apart grip. This is what we do for the wide grip pull-up. Let's see if I can even do it. Yes, I can. So the logic is you're having to stretch your chest way more. I wonder if I can go any further. Okay. Yeah, that one's hard, you know, to be fair, but we can just about do it. All right, it's time for the first push-up in this video that potentially I will not be able to do. This is the archer push-up where you rock from side to side, and it apparently will help you learn the one-armed push-up. So I attempted this months ago, I couldn't do it, but hopefully I'll be able to do it today, or at least get kind of close. So it's wide grip, like the wide grip pull-ups, or push-ups, sorry, and now off I go. Oh yeah, so... Okay, I think that's fine on that side. Can I go that deep on this side? I think this counts. I don't think it's quite as smooth as other people, but I'm gonna say that was a successful archer push-up. Why did I decide to film this in a 30-degree heat wave? Okay, next up is another really interesting variation. So this is the tricep push-up. So instead of my arms starting like this, they start like this. What? And then you're meant to be able to pull your arm up like this. Now, I haven't tried this for about a year. I couldn't get even close to it a year ago. Can I do it now? I reckon I probably can't. But I hope that you are playing along at home because potentially you can do more push-up variations than me. So let me know in the comments. Okay, we're gonna give it a go. So I start like this, shoulder width apart. Right, it wasn't very smooth. I can do it kind of with one arm at a time, but I want like a fluid motion. No, one arm's playing catch up each time. Okay, I think that's a All right, I am sweating. That is the sign of a good workout, but it's time for another push-up variation that I think I'll hopefully be able to do. This is the clap push-up, sometimes known as the explosive push-up. So it's fairly self-explanatory. You have to clap once in the air, which means you have to push up really quickly. Okay. There we go. So I did it, but I cut it very close. I got very close to the ground, nearly smacked my nose. Now from the clap push-up, let me introduce the two clap push-up. Can it be done? Surely not. I may be about to give myself a nosebleed. Okay. Oh no. All right, let's do it. So push up really quick, clap twice, and then land.
You okay?
I'm fine. Okay, we probably can't count that one. While I'm here though, guys, please subscribe to the new jackmw channel. Thank you. Alright, the thing I absolutely love about push-ups is they require literally no equipment, and as you've seen, there are some super challenging variations to learn. However, this one does require equipment, and it is gymnastic rings. Wow, epic. So this is just a ring push-up where your hands are holding onto the ring, so it requires extra stability. So you can see that I'm wobbling around a bit, but I could... Alright, my personal recommendation is to do these with a bar above a door where you actually have sufficient... where you actually have sufficient space rather than just here. I just couldn't be bothered to get the hang bar set up. But I can do them, I promise. Here's an overlay of me doing loads of them, thank you. Alright, definitely about to hurt myself for the third time this video. We are about to do a push-up inspired by the push-up legend Sporticus. This is the 360 push-up, where he does a push-up, spins around and lands again. Can I do this? Of course I can't, but we'll see what happens, shall we? So never once have attempted this. I think it's going to look really weird. I presume I'm going to get about a third of the way round. Do I even want to try this? I don't think I should even attempt it. How does he... No, I'm going to get nowhere close. It's unbelievable, to be honest. All right, so he pushes in the air, spins around. Let's just cross that one out. It's not happening. Okay, next up is a push-up that I would love to be able to do. I've never successfully done it, and I think once again I'm going to fail. But hey, guess what? This is a brand new channel, and I can do this again in a few months or years' time, and maybe I'll be able to do every single one, and you'll be so impressed. This is the one-armed push-up. It's exactly as it sounds. This arm is not involved. You push up using just your arm. And it is so much harder than you would think. So the difference is, instead of your legs being together, you want them wider to give you more balance. And then you kind of just go down. But I don't know how to do it. That's a fail. That is an absolute fail. But one day, I promise you, I'll be able to do a one-armed push-up, and I cannot wait. All right, literally dripping with sweat at this point. Failed many times, but hey, if you're playing along at home, are you beating me? Can you do the push-ups that I can't do? If so, I'm incredibly impressed. But can you do this one? The handstand push-up. I don't think I can even do a handstand. I would love to be able to do this as well. Obviously, I'm gonna fail, but we'll see how close we get. Now, I can't kick myself up, so I'm going to have to walk backwards up the wall. So, step one. Okay. Right, my angle's not great. It's nice to try. At least I know where I'm at. And now I've got the video footage to compare when I do this again in a year's time and absolutely nail it. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know how many of the push-ups you could do in the comments down below. Click that like button, subscribe to the new channel, and I'll see you later.